history by being the fastest song in history to reach 1 billion streams.
Jungkook's dual success in both the South Korean and US music markets is not just impressive, it is a rare achievement that highlights his unique position as a global artist. These two markets differ significantly in consumer behavior, industry infrastructure, promotional channels, and cultural context. Yet, Jungkook's ability to thrive in both environments shows a strategic alignment of artistic direction and market understanding. South Korea, Jungkook's home market, is a deeply competitive and fast-paced industry. K-pop idols are constantly measured by digital charts, physical sales, and televised music show wins. For a soloist to succeed in Korea, particularly one branching off from a massive group like BTS, the public must see clear value in their individual artistry. In Jungkook's case, the Korean public had already witnessed his vocal strength, stage presence, and charisma over the years. His solo releases simply confirmed and expanded upon those expectations. Korean media and fans responded enthusiastically to his debut solo album Golden. His performances on music shows like Inkigayo, Music Bank, and M Countdown drew high ratings and strong digital chart results. Korean award ceremonies acknowledged his impact early, with nominations and wins in top categories like Best Solo Artist and Song of the Year. The Korean market appreciated that Jungkook did not abandon his roots. He continued to include Korean-language tracks and appeared in local programs and interviews. His respect for local audiences helped solidify his standing as not just a member of BTS, but as a credible soloist in the Korean music ecosystem. But on the other hand, Jungkook's penetration into the US market required a completely different set of strategies. The American market, while massive, is not always receptive to non-English speaking artists. K-pop's entry into the US has historically been slow, with occasional breakthroughs followed by periods of niche interest. BTS, of course, changed that dynamic, and Jungkook has capitalized on that momentum. A TO appealed to the US audience. Jungkook and his team leaned into English-language releases and high-profile collaborations. 7 featuring Latto and 3D featuring Jack Harlow were not just musical choices, they were calculated market entries. These tracks were designed to match Western pop radio standards in terms of structure, genre, and lyrical themes. The inclusion of popular US-based artists helped ease the transition from K-pop idol to pop star in the eyes of American listeners. US. Radio play, an area where many international artists struggle, was a critical factor. 7. Received support from key top 40 and rhythmic stations across the country. This level of airplay enabled the track to chart not just on digital platforms, but also in industry-tracked rankings like Billboard's radio songs and pop airplay charts. For a Korean soloist, this represented a landmark achievement. In terms of promotion, Jungkook made appearances on major US talk shows, such as The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and Good Morning America. These shows reach millions of American viewers, including many who are not part of the existing K-pop fanbase. His interviews were conducted entirely in English or with minimal translation, further bridging the cultural gap and making him more relatable to the general public. One of the key differences between the Korean and US markets is consumption behavior. In Korea, fans are deeply engaged in streaming campaigns, voting, and physical album purchases. These fans are highly organized and often act collectively. In contrast, US listeners rely more on curated playlists, radio, and algorithm-driven discovery. Jungkook's team effectively balanced both by coordinating global streaming campaigns on one hand, while ensuring playlist placements and press exposure in the US on the other. Social media strategy was also adapted for each market. In Korea, platforms like Weverse and Naver were used to distribute exclusive content and communicate with fans. In the US, platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts were prioritized. Viral challenges for songs like 7 and Standing Next to You encouraged user participation, which in turn amplified the track's reach in North America. Another noteworthy aspect is the use of visual branding across both markets. While his Korean promotional material emphasized Jungkook's artistic growth and connection to BTS, his US branding leaned toward individuality, global fashion appeal, and pop star aesthetics. This dual approach allowed fans in both regions to identify with different aspects of his persona while still recognizing the same artist. The differences in chart systems also shaped how his releases were planned. In Korea, real-time charting remains important. Songs can rise or fall by the hour, so release timing and digital strategy are crucial. In the US, first-week impact matters more, especially digital sales, radio ads, and streaming volume. This led to synchronized global releases that maximized first-week Billboard performance while still aligning with Korean chart rules. Live performance strategies also reflected this dual market focus. While Korean music shows gave fans intimate performances and close-up stages, US-based showcases provided larger-scale visibility. Performances at international award shows, including the MTV Video Music Awards and special US TV stages, gave Jungkook access to millions of new viewers. Importantly, his fashion endorsements and public appearances were tailored to each region. In Korea, he maintained a clean, relatable image rooted in K-pop tradition. In the US, his Calvin Klein campaign and editorial shoots in GQ and Rolling Stone presented him as a mature, style-forward solo artist. This flexibility in public image allowed him to appeal across cultural divides without alienating either audience. The key to Jungkook's success in both markets lies in the ability to localize without compromising identity. He did not try to become an American artist, nor did he limit himself to the K-pop template. Instead, he found a hybrid model, staying true to his origins while adopting global strategies to meet the expectations of different audiences. Furthermore, both Korea and the US benefited from each other's momentum. His success in Korea lent credibility to his achievements abroad, while his global popularity brought pride and validation to Korean fans. This synergy turned him into a symbol of cultural export, showcasing how a Korean artist can compete on equal footing with global superstars. In conclusion, Jungkook's ability to conquer both the South Korean and US music markets is a testament to strategic planning, cross-cultural appeal, and artistic adaptability. His approach reflects a new model for international music success, one that embraces dual identities, navigates local preferences, and builds a unified global presence without compromising authenticity. Behind every chart-topping hit, viral video, and sold-out album is a powerful force often operating in the background: the fanbase. In Jungkook's case, the fan community known globally as ARMY has played a pivotal role in amplifying his visibility, boosting his achievements, and sustaining his momentum as a soloist. While management strategy, promotional campaigns, and media exposure are all vital, it is the unwavering commitment of ARMY that has turned Jungkook's solo efforts into global milestones. ARMY is often described as one of the most organized and mobilized fandoms in the world. With millions of members spread across continents, languages, and cultures, this fanbase functions with an efficiency that rivals professional marketing teams. Their impact on Jungkook's solo career can be analyzed across several dimensions: streaming support, digital campaigns, event organization, social media influence, and global outreach. One of the most visible areas of ARMY's influence is digital streaming. When Jungkook releases new music, ARMY immediately launches global streaming campaigns designed to maximize chart performance. Fans coordinate through Twitter threads, Discord groups, Reddit communities, and Weverse notices. Streaming guidelines, often translated into multiple languages, are distributed within hours of a release, offering detailed instructions on how to optimize streaming numbers across platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. These campaigns go beyond casual listening. Fans create streaming playlists with strategic spacing of tracks, maintain low-volume repeat plays, and even rotate between platforms to ensure Jungkook's music receives algorithmic attention. This level of dedication has helped his songs reach major milestones in record time, such as 7, hitting 100 million Spotify streams in less than 7 days. Digital purchases and voting campaigns are another area where ARMY's efforts shine. For music awards shows that rely on fan voting, such as the Mama Awards, Melon Music Awards, and Billboard fan-voted categories, ARMY organizes coordinated voting schedules and resource pools. Some fan bases even raise funds to support bulk digital purchases of Jungkook's singles or albums, particularly in regions where chart rules place significant emphasis on downloads. ARMY's influence is also evident in trending activity on social media. Whenever Jungkook releases content, be it a song, teaser, performance, or a live stream, related hashtags dominate Twitter's worldwide trends within minutes. Examples include hashtag 7by Jungkook, hashtag Golden Out Now, or hashtag Jungkook Billboard No One. These tags often generate millions of tweets in under 24 hours, creating viral traction that gets picked up by global media outlets. Platforms like TikTok have become essential for music virality, and ARMY has adapted accordingly. Fan edits, dance challenges, lyric videos, and short-form content featuring Jungkook songs help create organic visibility beyond the BTS fandom. These clips often trend on the platform's For You page, introducing Jungkook's music to wider audiences and encouraging non-fans to engage with his content. Beyond the digital sphere, ARMY has made their presence known through offline support initiatives. These include public transit ads, billboard rentals, and promotional trucks in high-traffic areas. In Seoul, New York, Tokyo, London, and Jakarta, it's not uncommon to see subway ads or digital screens displaying messages of support during Jungkook's release week. These fan-funded projects contribute to public visibility and often catch the attention of passers-by and news outlets. In addition to advertising, fans host listening parties and promotional events. Some organize physical gatherings in cafes or community centers to celebrate new releases, complete with themed decorations, QR code playlists, and custom merchandise. Others conduct giveaways of albums and official merchandise to encourage broader participation in promotional efforts. These grassroots activities foster community and reinforce a sense of collective purpose. Perhaps one of the most remarkable characteristics of ARMY's contribution is their commitment to global synchronization. Streaming goals, hashtag trends, voting targets, and promotional schedules are often coordinated across time zones. This unified action means that regardless of whether it's 3 a.m. in Seoul or 2 p.m. in Sao Paulo, fans are engaged in real-time campaigns to boost Jungkook's reach. The international diversity of ARMY also plays a strategic role in how Jungkook's content is consumed and promoted. In the US, fans focus on increasing Spotify streams and radio requests. In Korea, fans work to dominate domestic platforms like Melon and Genie. In Japan, fans prioritize Oricon and Billboard Japan rankings. Meanwhile, Southeast Asian fans concentrate on YouTube views and TikTok trends. This regional specialization allows each community to target local systems effectively while contributing to a global result. It's also worth noting how ARMY upholds positive media narratives. When Western or Korean media misreport information or publish unfair critiques, ARMY often counters with evidence, statistics, or direct engagement. This form of advocacy not only protects Jungkook's reputation but also encourages more balanced and informed journalism. In some cases, fan-initiated corrections have led to edits in published articles or retractions of misleading statements. Moreover, ARMY frequently engages in philanthropic projects in Jungkook's name, which enhances his image both within and beyond the music industry. Donations to charities, tree planting campaigns, and scholarship programs have been made in celebration of Jungkook's birthdays or music milestones. These gestures not only reflect positively on his brand, but also demonstrate the values his fanbase upholds. While the ARMY community operates largely independently, Jungkook's interactions with fans reinforce the strength of the relationship. His frequent live streams, behind-the-scenes content, and personal messages through Weverse show that he recognizes and appreciates fan support. These gestures create a feedback loop. Fans feel seen and valued, which in turn fuels even greater dedication. From a business standpoint, the existence of such an active and organized fanbase reduces the reliance on traditional advertising. The word-of-mouth effect, powered by ARMY, can push a song to global charts faster than many paid promotional campaigns. Labels and platforms recognize this. Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music have all prioritized Jungkook's releases with banners, playlists, and homepage features, partly because they anticipate high traffic driven by fan engagement. And the broader industry context, ARMY's support of Jungkook has challenged traditional notions of artist success. The idea that a non-Western soloist, singing in both English and Korean, could top charts, sell millions, and command brand power across continents was once seen as unlikely. But ARMY has demonstrated that with digital tools, organizational capacity, and passion, fan bases can redefine what global impact looks like. In conclusion, Jungkook's solo career has been significantly shaped and sustained by ARMY's involvement. Their support extends beyond fandom enthusiasm. It functions as a strategic, data-driven, and globally coordinated force. Whether it's pushing for chart placements, organizing social campaigns, or defending his artistic reputation, ARMY has proven to be an indispensable partner in Jungkook's journey to solo stardom.